Andy XL back with another FIFA 2026 World Cup podcast. And it's the round of 16, and it's the big one for us England fans. Mexico versus England at the Azteca. Now, this is going to be a huge game, obviously. We're all going to be up early in the morning. I will be to watch it. Let's hope there's no rain delays and we're not kept up later, even. But let's have a look at the game. So, Mexico v England. Mexico have made pretty serene progress through this tournament so far, winning all four games, scoring eight, and not conceding a single goal thus far. Add to that their impressive record at the Azteca Stadium of 168, drawn 17, and lost just 7. And some of those are in friendlies. And in competitive games, they've only lost twice there. It's an incredible record. And there's no doubt in this is going to be a very tough assignment indeed for England. And in 2026, Mexico have now played 12 games, winning 10 and drawing 2, scoring 23 and conceding just 2 in that time. And that was not against entirely weak opposition. So all the stats are really impressive for them. The two draws did come against Portugal and Belgium, who were the best teams they have played this year, though. So when they've come up against better opposition, they haven't actually won the games. And they are not prolific goal scorers, averaging less than 2 goals a game in that unbeaten run. Now, moving over to England, they looked very good in the second half against Croatia in their tournament opener, but then failed to break down the low block of Ghana and could easily have conceded a penalty late on in that game as Ghana caught them on the counter. Then they faced a similar conundrum against Panama, but eventually broke them down in the second half. Against the DR Congo, they got a real scare in the round of 32 as England conceded a poor early goal as the defensive issues came to light again, and goalkeeper Jordan Pickford didn't cover himself in glory for that goal either. And for a long time, they were denied by Congo's inspired goalkeeper. But courtesy of Harry Kane, they once again found a way to get the job done. Now, if we stand back and think objectively, not emotionally about that game, yes, England have issues with their back four and defensive midfield to resolve, but they showed the fight and resolve to get the win. If they were a top six Premier League team that just battled back from behind to win at the likes of, say, Burnley or Wolves, people would be saying that's the type of ugly win you need to get if you're going to win things. So why can we not view this England game win in the same way? Yes, they're capable of much better, but you cannot play better if you're out of the tournament. To win this game, they will need to be much better defensively and also see improvement from their wide players. Marcus Rashford and Noni Madueke both had pretty poor games against DR Congo, so we might see changes there again as manager Thomas Tuchel looks for the right answer in the wide positions. Now, I personally would like to see Declan Rice drop 10 yards deeper to play alongside Elliot Anderson and in a more offensive position to put a shield up in front of the centre backs to help the defensive unit. Now, that does not stop him getting forward from that deeper position, but that would leave more space for the likes of wide players Bellingham and Kane to operate in with Rice and the fullbacks joining the attacks from deep. Now, right back is an issue for England, but Jed Spence could still play there again this time round, or Ezri Konsa could slide across the right back with John Stone, I can't get names right here, with John Stones playing right centre back. And we also shouldn't rule out the possibility of Reece James or the Kwanzaa making it back for this game. That hasn't been ruled out by the manager. So there's options there for England at right back. So you talk of Declan Rice playing there. I just don't see that happening. But maybe he should play deeper in midfield going forward. If that makes sense, deeper going forward, you know what I mean. So Mexico are not blessed with the type of pace Ghana and DR Congo displayed on the counter, so are less of a threat in that regard. So as long as England defend as they would in the Premier League, they should be able to keep the Mexican attack in check. But playing away in what will be sure to be a raucous atmosphere and at altitude are a major challenges for England. And 5 of Mexico's goals have come in the second half. So keeping the energy levels high in tough conditions will be crucial for England as the game goes into the latter stages. So the depth of England's bench could be crucial here to help them in terms of fresh legs as the game wears on. This is the first game where England are not heavy favourites to win. They're still favourites. And I can see that both freeing them up as the weight of expectation is lifted to a degree, and their recent poorer performances, and it's us against them attitude here in Fortress Mexico could ignite a right we will show you response from the England players. If I'm right about the mindset, then this is going to come down to England not making basic errors at the back and their wide players having decent games at the very least. For Mexico, Raul Jimenez and Jackson Quinones are the main offensive threats. The England defenders will know all about Jimenez, but Quinones off the left side will be a challenge for that right side of the England defence once again. All their challenges seem to come from that side, and Quinones is going to be a threat to them. Now, overall, though, you have to say, if this was being looked at as a Premier League game, you'd look through England's squad and you'd say there's 8 or 9 players there that are towards the best players in the Premier League in their position. I mean, I'm talking Konza, Gahey, O'Reilly at left back, Rice, Anderson, Kane, Bellingham, Saka. There's so much quality in that team. And yet, if when you look for in the Mexican squad, if they were a Premier League team, they'd be mid to low half of the Premier League. So really, player for player, England are better than Mexico. It's the conditions and the atmosphere and forming a cohesive unit that is their problem. So there's no doubt this is going to be another tough one for England, and nerves will be jangling again. But I'm going to take England to pull off the win here. 2-1 is my prediction, and I think they might need to do it in 90 minutes because going into extra time at altitude is going to be tough for them, and they could come undone if it goes to extra time. It will certainly be a battle for them, and they'll need to show all their determination to stay in the tournament if it goes that far. But I'm taking England to win 2-1 in normal time and go through to the quarter-finals, where I've earlier tipped Brazil to make it over Norway, but it's one of them that England would face in the next round. And the same applies to Mexico. It's going to be a really tight affair, this. And like I say, we're going to be sitting on the edge of our seats, I think, all night. But I fancy England to just find a way to get through again. So that's it for that game. I'll be back with tomorrow's game tomorrow. See ya.